What if I told you one of Hollywood's rising stars and one of the NFL's biggest quarterbacks have just entered a completely new chapter of life? One that's bigger than fame, bigger than football, and far more personal. Hailee Steinfeld and Josh Allen are no strangers to the spotlight. From red carpets to roaring stadiums, their lives have always been fast-paced, high-pressure, and constantly watched. But recently, everything changed. Because behind the scenes, away from flashing cameras and headlines, they've stepped into something entirely different: the world of parenting. And according to reports, their first few weeks as parents have been nothing short of emotional, intense, and life-changing. Now think about this. These are two people who are used to control. Hailee, with her perfectly timed performances and polished public image, and Josh, leading one of the biggest teams in the NFL, where every second matters. But parenting? That's unpredictable. There's no script, no game plan, no rehearsal, and that's exactly what makes this phase so real. Sources suggest that their early days have been filled with a mix of overwhelming joy, sleepless nights, and those quiet, emotional moments that only new parents truly understand. It's not glamorous, it's raw, it's messy, and it's deeply human. And here's where it gets interesting. Despite their high-profile lives, they've reportedly been keeping things incredibly private. No big announcements, no over-the-top social media reveals, just focusing on their new reality. That tells you something. In a world where everything is shared instantly, they're choosing to protect this moment. Because maybe, just maybe, this is the one part of their life that isn't meant for the public. It's just for them. But don't mistake that privacy for distance. Behind closed doors, this phase is said to be bringing them closer than ever. Imagine this: late-night conversations, figuring things out together, learning on the go. For Josh, it's a shift from leading on the field to leading at home. And for Hailee, balancing her career with motherhood is a whole new dynamic. It's a transformation, not just in lifestyle, but in identity. And let's be honest, this kind of transition isn't easy. Careers like theirs don't slow down. The NFL season doesn't wait, and Hollywood doesn't pause. So the real question is, how do they manage both worlds? That's where the story becomes even more compelling. Because this isn't just about becoming parents, it's about maintaining who they are while stepping into who they're becoming. What makes this even more powerful is how relatable it actually is. Strip away the fame, the money, the spotlight, and what you're left with is something universal. Two people, navigating something new, trying their best, learning every day. That's something anyone can connect with. And maybe that's why this story is gaining attention, not because they're celebrities, but because they're experiencing something so real. And here's the twist: this is just the beginning. These first few weeks, they're only the foundation. The real journey, the challenges, the growth, the balance between personal life and public life, that's still ahead. Will they open up more about this chapter? Will we see glimpses of this new side of them? Or will they continue to keep it private, away from the noise? Because in a world obsessed with knowing everything, sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones we don't fully see. So the next time you hear their names, don't just think about touchdowns or blockbuster roles. Think about the quiet moments, the sleepless nights, and the new life they're building together. And honestly, this might just be their biggest journey yet.